Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. My name is Kelia from HKBU's admissions office. I'll be your host today. Um, we're going to go talk about transitioning from high school to university. And today's session, you will hear real stories from our international students about what it's actually like to move from high school into universities, move to Hong Kong, and basically start a new chapter in life. We're going to explore some very real topics that I guess many of you are worried about. Things like culture shock, making friends, homesickness, and how to make the most out of university opportunities. All right, for the next hour, we will have two students sharing. After that, we'll have an open discussion and Q&A. So please feel free to use the chat and Q&A box at any time. You don't have to wait until the end to ask questions. And finally, I will wrap up with an admissions talk with some practical information about applying to HKBU. Once again, I'm Kelia from the admissions office. So admissions office, our role is basically to support counselors and students from the first time you hear about HKBU to submitting your application all the way until you arrive on campus. Yeah, now I'll invite our panelists to introduce themselves. Lizzie, do you want to go first?
Hello, everyone. I'm Lizi. I'm year one finance student, and I'm from Georgia, the country in Europe.
And Tristan,
Okay,
over
so
to
hello
you.
everyone.
Yeah.
You can call me Tristan. So I'm a first year BBA student. My major and my concentration is economics and data analytics. I come from Vietnam. So yeah, a south countries of China.
Thank you both. So, as you can already tell, we have a very international room here today, and they've had quite different experience adjusting life to Hong Kong. All right, let's dive a bit deeper into their journeys. We will start with Lacey.
So, as I already said, I'm Liz. I'm coming from Georgia. I finished International Baccalaureate Diploma program. I graduated in 2025, and I'm the BBA honor student majoring in finance, year one. So, first, when I was coming to Hong Kong, I tried not to have any expectations at all, as I did not want to be disappointed or to have less expectations. And my biggest fear were language, the community, food. For the language, because I knew when I made the research about Hong Kong that they speak Cantonese, which is completely different from the Mandarin that they speak in mainland China. And I was very scared of how would I adapt to new language. Then was the community, because there is only one other Georgian in our university, and in Hong Kong we don't have a Georgian community. And I was scared if I would find my place in the Hong Kong, which was huge, and in our university. And my third concern and fear was food, because Chinese food and Asian food is completely different from Georgian culture and European culture. And I was scared of how I would adapt. But the thing was that everything worked out perfectly for me because everyone here is going through the similar situation as you guys are. So everyone is very helpful. There are a lot of meetings that will help you adapt, that will show you everything, the orientation meetings and everything. Especially I skipped everything because my visa was late. So for me, it was a little bit different because I came late and I skipped everything and I had to adapt myself by myself and get to meet everyone like later instead of meeting everyone. But you will find your people 100% and you don't have to worry about anything. So, cultural shocks, my favorite part of Hong Kong, MTR. So clean, so efficient, so safe. MTRs, they come in every 2 minutes. With MTR, you can go anywhere. Since I came here, I don't use taxi at all. MTR, it's cheap, it's efficient, and it will take you anywhere. And we always say that if one of our friends say that they're late, oh, it's because of MTR, we say that no, it's because of you, because MTR is never late in Hong Kong. It's always, always on time. My second cultural shock was octopus card. Octopus card that you have to have, like that's one of the must-haves in Hong Kong if you wanna like go somewhere, anywhere, and have it. And Octopus card, you can pay anywhere with Octopus card because most of the places they don't have any other payments as well. And my third shock was that Hong Kong is the city that never sleeps. Hong Kong, everything is open till very late. So if you like shopping just like me, you can go out like after classes at 6, 7, and some shopping malls they are open till 9, 10. Hong Kong is very bright. There are neon lights everywhere. So no matter if it's like 3 a.m. or 5 a.m., Hong Kong is always lightening up. And it's very safe, which I love personally, Hong Kong being so safe compared to all other countries I have been. Because I love late night walks and I can go out and walk in our neighborhood where our campus is at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and I'm not afraid of anything. So my advice, try new food, explore the city without Google Map because it's much, much more fun. Find all the hidden gems and secrets. And over time, I think it gets easier to move around and it becomes more comfortable. So language barrier. I don't think that you have to know Cantonese in order to get along because everything here is in Cantonese and in English. As you know, that it's both of them are the languages, official languages of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. So Hong Kong is very international. You will meet people from all over the world, and it doesn't require you to know Cantonese or actually, Hong Kong doesn't really motivate you to study this language as well. And of course, knowing basic thank you, which is ngoy, and hello, how, which is like neho or daigaho. It's very respectful and it's helpful. And when you say it to like locals, they love it and they see that you respect their culture. So I think that's the basic things you might need to learn here. But most important thing is to like respect everyone, respect elders, respect locals, internationals. We respect everyone in Hong Kong because Hong Kong is very respectful. But if you want to learn a local language, just like me, because I really want to learn Cantonese, there are a lot of programs and classes in our universities that will help you adapt. And on that picture, you can see me with all in local Hong Kong students at school because I'm in this program where I go to Hong Kong schools and I talk to the kids, and they really helps me improve my Cantonese. So even if you want to learn the language, it's not a problem. But if you don't want to learn the language, it's also not an issue at all. So making friends, I know that it's always hard going to a new country and not, especially I knew no one. And if you're coming with your friend, it's even better. But Hong Kong Baptist University is a great university and great place to make friends. As someone who arrived pretty late and skipped everything, I knew no one at all, and it felt intimidating at first going into a class and knowing no one, not knowing where to sit. But I approached it by trying to be open, and I made my first friend in my very first class, and I'm still friends with those boys, and it's very good. So there are a lot of events, a lot of things happening on campus. There are student organizations, clubs where you can meet new people with the same interests, same goals, same lifestyle. And my advice is to talk to people and don't wait others to come to you. And don't wait others to make a first step. Be initiative, go and talk to people and be yourself because it is possible to make friends even in the elevator when you go to your room and on your way home. Because on these pictures, you can see me on my right. I'm with my friends on horse racing because we have fun Wednesdays, which is the best part of the week because we decided that we had to let the steam off and relax in the middle of the week as well. So on Wednesdays, it's a tradition. We go horse racing. There is a music always. It's a very fun environment. We have dinner together. The two pictures in the middle, they are from our Zhuhai trip, where we went from our university to BNBU, which is another university in Zhuhai, collaborating with our university, and it was so much fun. We spent 3 days there. No one slept. Everyone was having fun. And another picture is from the prom, which took place in our university. And this is me with like few of my friends. It's not all of them. And it was very fun. So you come here and you will find your people. It's impossible not to find your people because Hong Kong is very international. For academic transition, as someone who did IB, academically, I don't think that I had to really adjust a lot. It was not as challenging as IB at first because I think IB prepared me for everything. But my only advice is to become organized, disciplined, because in the university, no one will tell you to like study. You have to manage your own time, prepare for exams and plan your schedule and review materials consistently because you're in the university. No professor will tell you to go study, prepare, do something. You have everything and you have to be disciplined. You have to have a good time management skills to work everything and manage to do everything. And I think BU gives you the chance to like balance your life and exploring Hong Kong with studying and learning. And if you have a good time management, I think you can do both. And for extracurricular opportunities, at university, I have been involved in various extracurricular activities. There is a student ambassador program, which there is also the LinkedIn ambassador program and Microsoft ambassador program, which is very good. I go to the different companies. I talk to the people who are professionals who work in this type of big companies. And it's very good because you have to see how the real world looks and how the real workplace is and not just in the university in the class. There is also a coding club which taught me a lot about Python, peace building program. There were also trips around the mainland China. I went to Guangzhou. There is also the company visit and high table dinners and cultural nights where I danced my Georgian dance, where everyone from all the cultures came together. And it was such a fun night. We have employees reception where a lot of company professionals come to our university to recruit us. And there's also the FinTech Week, which was very good. And our university just recently celebrated its 70th year anniversary. It was very much fun. It took place in our university. So there are everything happening. And this was my calendar in October. And when I say that I'm always busy, I don't even exaggerating because in BU there's always something happening. And I always say that whatever you get on your email, register for it, go for it. That's my only advice because you will meet so many people, you will make so many connections, and it's a very good experience. For homesickness, of course, I felt homesick, even though I have been independently living since I was 16. I still felt homesick, especially during New Year's Eve when I was here in Hong Kong and not back home. And it was my first time being away from home. And the first picture is me and my friends on New Year's Eve being together and celebrating it in Hong Kong. So I think the best cure of homesickness is spending time with your friends, thinking about anything else, and knowing that in the summer you will go back home and you're here to experience new things, to challenge yourself. And then another picture is my host family, which is also our university program where you're assigned to a host family if you decide to take part in. And I think that spending time with them, that's homely and good environment and good vibes around me was also very helpful to help me get over my homesickness. So you will feel homesick. I will tell you that. I'm not gonna lie to you. You will feel homesick, but I think with the good people around you and good right mindset, it will all go away. And my advice to you is to step out of your comfort zone, stay open to every opportunity, and embrace the journey because university is where growth and the most meaningful experience come together. It's about self-discovery, and with the right mindset, you will spend best 4 years of your life here, making friends, taking advantage of opportunities, having fun. And I will just say to just enjoy the journey. Don't stress out, especially before you come here. Don't stress out because I think you will have enough stress here as well. But just go with the flow. And I think every experience teaches you something. So just just come down, come here. And I think if you go with the flow, everything will work out itself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lizzie. I always feel happy listening to your stories about making unit life fulfilling and shaping it the way you want. And I really like how you mentioned like how everyone is going through a similar transition because I think this is something a lot of students need to hear because studying abroad is a big thing, right? You are moving from your home country to another countries and regions, and all those little questions start popping into your head. So it's good to remind yourself that actually there are many students, international students is going through a similar transition, so you are not alone, right? Now let's move on to Tristan. He will be touching on similar topics, but from a different angle.
Hey, so hello everyone. Let me reintroduce myself. So, you guys can call me Tristan. So, I'm a first year international student coming from Viet Nam. So, my major is BBA and my concentration is economics and data analytics. So, um, okay, our first topic, we would also have the same flows as Lizi, as we would first talk about my initial concerns. My biggest nightmare was to get homesick because as a person, I don't know if you guys have the same things as me, but as a person who has been living with his parents and relative closely for 18 years, moving out on my own and living independently was the most scary thing that I have even imagined for myself. And unfortunately, I think, yeah, in the first place, this thing hit me as a rock. So initially, I was homesick a lot, I cry a lot, and also I get stressed a lot. But after that, especially in the first place, as I haven't known anyone, so I think the help from HKBU admission office, especially Kelia, she helped me a lot. She connected me with some seniors from my own countries, and she also hosted some hangouts with people from my own country, and she also suggested me lots of activities to join. As you can see in the pictures from after before, so this is in my home country and after. I also found my people here. So I think that um, as long as you try, you will definitely find your place here and you will definitely find your people here. So moving to the next thing is about cultural shock. So as you guys may not know that Vietnam actually we are influenced very heavily by the Cantonese culture. So as for myself, I would definitely think that I adapt well to this culture. But one of the things that I think many of you will also fear in the first place is that when you guys research about Hong Kong, you will heard a rumors of Hong Kong people are rude or they are straightforward and they will talk loudly in your face. So I think initially I got the same impressions. I think that I thought that together with my homesickness, I also exaggerate the way that people here behave. So initially I didn't adapt to that well, but after a while, I think that living here for a one whole year, I think that I know why now. So as you guys know that and also Lizzie has mentioned that Hong Kong is known for efficiencies. MTR, everything, people here work for efficiencies. So maybe they are just doing that. They want to get straightforward. They want to get everything done according to their schedule. So that is why that is when I started to look to have the motivation to learn why they are behaving in that way. And also after getting a lot of like local friends here, I also realized that they are very friendly. They care, they take care of you by actions, not only in words. So I believe that after being here and being surrounded and also um living in the Hong Kong society, I believe that people here, they are kind and they will show you their love and their kindness by actions. So you do not have to worry about that at all. So as you guys can see on the screen that this is another similarity between Vietnamese and Cantonese. So we also have the similarity from food to language. So yeah, in terms of hearing people in Hong Kong talking, I can understand a part of it. But also, I think like I agree with Lizzie that living here, you do not have to learn Cantonese at all. So as a traveling lover, I have been to a lot of countries, and there are countries that I believe the language barrier is a real problem. But here in Hong Kong, even a kiosk by the walking street, I went there. Uh, I have a very delicious noodle, and I believe initially I talked to the sell to the helper, to the assistant there, and they talk back to me in English. I didn't expect that. But the conversation were well, and they was very friendly towards me. So I believe that every person in Hong Kong, they can speak English, and not everyone, but mostly. And you will hardly find situation that you have to speak Cantonese. So I believe that here you do not have to learn Cantonese at all. But I also suggest you to learn some Cantonese, because why, you have 4 years in universities, and in this ever-changing world, you have to invest in yourself, more skills, more soft skills and languages. So I think that learning Cantonese, a language that is spoken by uh, around 70 million people, I think that's gonna be a good investment. Okay, moving on to the next slide. It's about making friends. So initially, I was scared that I would not get a single friend in university. So I try my best. I put in every effort to make friends here in Hong Kong. But then after a while, I realized that I have no energy left for social life. And I think that this is also a thing that is quite relatable for you guys. So my best advice is that be yourself, invest in yourself. And by the time, especially in Hong Kong, as you have a lot of group assignments and a lot of group work and a lot of you can also, um, HKBU, they also provides a lot of activities that connect the students around the campus. So I believe that by the time, if you attend these activities and you have group assignments at your university, you will also find your people and show your true value and your true personality to them. Don't try to fit in any groups that does not feel right to you in the first place, and just try to be yourself. I think that eventually you will find your own people there. About academic transition, so I must be clear to you that initially I was one of the students in like a selective high school in my university. So initially I would not think that I would get struggle in university. But as you guys, this is a tip for you guys as well. So in Hong Kong, it's does not like all this educational system in other countries. Here we have a lot of group assignments and a lot of group work that accounts for little percentage of your coursework. So here I think like you will be busy for your whole semester, and there would be no such thing that you will only get a big examination at the end of your semester. You will get every meeting, every assignment, every week. So that is also a thing that surprised me at first. Uh, and also until now, I think I'm still struggling with um how to say, to schedule my own timetable. But I think like investing in this, in especially in this ever-changing world, I think it's a good investment that you will learn how to perform under pressure, and also how to work in a fast-paced working environment. So I think that in Hong Kong, they teach us how to do immediately with industrial jobs. So I think it's another plus point that you can consider when you consider coming to Hong Kong. So about opportunities, I must say that uh, I'm a person, I think I have very high standard for myself. So since I was in university, I enjoy a lot of, I think, yeah, the amount of opportunities and activities that I join in right now can be counted by 2 digits. So I can list out a few things for you guys. So as university right now, I am currently a member of the HKBU iGym 2026, that this competition will take place in Paris at this November. And also after this semester, from 15th of May, I will go to universities of Chicago and also universities of British Columbia in Canada and the US to study a joint hosted program. And also, besides academics, I'm also an active ambassador of the admission office, career center, school of business, and also a speaking peer tutors for the language center of our university. So our university also take care of our I would say socialization well. So they usually organize trips to mainland China or also all of the countries that you can imagine. For example, for last week I also saw a trip to Germany or the Australia. So I think that in Hong Kong Baptist University, you will have a lot of opportunities. And my only tips for you is that try to find the thing that match you. Don't try to push yourself to do every activities in here and don't be influenced by FOMO. So I think that is the best solutions and the best suggestion that I would give to you. For the last one is homesickness. So homesickness, as I've mentioned, I have lived with my families for 18 years and I have never lived on my own for once. So I think in the first place, homesickness is a very serious thing that came to me as a surprise because I didn't imagine that the impact of this on me would be that harsh. So uh, I think in October, I eventually thought that I would drop out of university because to take a gap year or something because I couldn't deal with the homesickness. But after that, I tried to connect. I think this is also an opportunity for me to connect with my family because before I lived with my family for 18 years, so I kind of take family for granted. But after traveling and also living on my own, I think that I actually learn and I actually understand how my family take care of me, how much attention they give to me, and also how precious I am to be in my family. So I think that I always tell to myself this is that if I get homesick and I get emotionally attached to my family and also my friends, they would be viruses. So I think that that is the motivation that I got from my family. They also support me from my home country, and all of my friends, they all support me and they are like they support every decision that I make. So that is the thing that I try to transform homesickness into motivation to continue working hard, studying hard, and also living to my best. And the last thing I would want to suggest to you guys that yeah, believe in yourself, believe in your capabilities, and believe in your potential. I believe that these are the things that have led you to here to this webinar to be also to be a part of HKBU in the future. And I think that working hard, besides working hard, you also need to find time for your own self, for yourself to rest. I think finding a happy medium between studying, working, and resting is the ultimate solution to get where you want in the future. So yeah, thank you for your listening.
Thank you so much, Tristan. I really appreciate how honest you were, especially about the homesickness part and like seeing you not pushing yourself too hard while you still catch so many opportunities. Yeah, to like proactively engaging in many different activities on campus. I really appreciate that. Now we're going to open things a bit. I'm going to take a quick look at the questions coming in, and then we can have some open discussion and Q&A. I see some questions about making friends. Someone asks, what if I'm too extroverted? What if I'm very shy and worried that I won't be able to make friends? Could you guys share a bit about how you made your first friend on the campus?
I will share my very first friend because I skipped everything. I went into a class after 24 hours on my way to Hong Kong, and I was sitting in the back, and next to me there were three other boys sitting. And then the professor said that you have to have a group assignment, so find your groups. And everyone started mingling, but I was so tired, I could not even stand up. So I was just sitting there and I was contemplating what to do. And like I was very sad because I could not get up. I was so tired. And then these three boys, and I looked at them and they looked at me and we just say group, and I was like, group. And just like that, we were in the same group. Till this day, we are friends. We go out together, we have fun together. So sometimes it just takes just one look, one eye contact, and you have friends. But even if you're introverted, there are so many things happening. There are so many clubs, like MUN club, if you're interested, the coding club. And when you go there, you have to talk to someone. And if you don't want to talk to someone will talk to you. Because I always talk to everyone. And BU is such a community that everyone knows everyone. So if you just go and stand in the hall, there will be so many people passing by. You have to say hello to everyone. So I think that BU is a perfect place. Even if you're introverted or ambivert, you will still find friends. So I don't think that you have to worry about that because everyone here is so kind and so outgoing. Everyone will help you. Everyone will be your friend. So I think in the end, you will find your people. You will find your group of friends. So don't worry about that.
About my own experience, my first friend, I would say not my first, just my first group of friends was from the orientation. So as a guy, if you guys choose HKBU, you have to attend 3 orientation workshops, and in once of that, I had to group with other students as well. So my first groups of friends, I think once of them from Nepal, once of them from Pakistan, and once of them from Taiwan. So I still hang out with them until now, and I think that yeah, HKBU, they provide us the opportunities and the platform for us to make friends, and they would try their best to accommodate to our needs, no matter because I'm not the type of person that would speak to artists first. I would wait for someone to talk to me, and fortunately enough, here, if other student they do not talk to me, we will have the peer mentors who will try to connect us. So I think that no matter what, no matter how introvert or extrovert you are, you will eventually find your friend here. So I think that my suggestion is that try to attend and you will find your friends. Yeah.
Thank you. I think the key points are be yourself, don't force it, and don't be afraid to take the first step because sometimes friendship starts from very small moments, like what you guys mentioned. It can be group projects, events, interest clubs, or even just sitting next to someone in class or your first roommate, usually your first friend, right? Next question. What language will be used in classes? We
English.
can do a quick one.
English.
Just
Yeah.
like that. You don't have to worry about the language barrier. Everyone in the university uses English. Don't worry about that.
Mm. How's universities compared to high school? It's a very broad question.
I did IB. Maybe there are some students who also did IB. And I think that if I just transferred from Georgian high school, because we had exactly same situation, it would be harder for me. But during IB, I learned such a good skill that are useful here. So I think for the IB student, the transition might be a little bit easier because we went through such a stress during IB that I think university is more chill compared to that. So I think that good time management skills, I always say that the good time management skills are the crucial when transitioning from high school to the university.
Thank you. Let's answer 1 or 2 more questions before moving on. I think this is a really good question. So someone asked, what support systems or resources students often underestimate when making the transition to university life? What are the things that, let's say, going back to think back to yourself in your final year in high school before coming to Hong Kong. What are the things that you underestimated, but now you think is important that students should consider before making the decision to study abroad?
For me, it was health. I underestimated my health and my capabilities of how much stress I could have managed So during IB exam season, I was hospitalized because I could not manage my stress well enough, and my heart stopped, and basically I was dead. And after that, my mindset completely changed, and I realized that nothing is worth my health, and I should not stress out about something that's not worthy to stress about. So of course, during exam season, like even now, everyone is stressed about exams, but it's normal. But don't stress out about things that you can't control. You will have exams, you will pass them, it's okay. Just have the correct mindset. Take care of your health because that's the most important thing. And make sure to sleep well, eat well, and don't stress out too much because I think that sometimes we underestimate our health and what a privilege it is to be healthy. So I always say that prioritize your health, even at the expense of your studying and your GPA. First, I think that health should be your priority and then prioritize your GPA. That's my advice.
From my side, I think this is the thing that it would be valuable to you guys. So in my high school, I didn't join as many activities as I'm now here. So I regretted it very deeply. So so after you guys have your final classes in your high school, you have a long summer vacation, right? So in that summer vacation, I try my best. I think that the resources are out there. They are available already. For example, you can try to go to the websites of like HKBU, International Office or HKBU Admission Office. There are a lot of like opportunities that you can join before you come to Hong Kong in person. For example, I become a mini IO members of the international office even before I come to Hong Kong. How I can do that is that I saw that they post a poster about recruiting mini IO member, but it's um only for the current students. But I'm very interested in that. So I use my student email to reach out to them, and they were very willing to have me, and they recruited me. So I think that it's not about the resources. I think the resources at HKBU, I really appreciate that, but it's about your initiative. You have to take the initiative to find that. So yeah, maybe go to a coffee shop and sit there and search different websites of HKBU. You will find a lot of things interesting, I would say.
Thank you. Thank you for your answers. Thank you everyone for the questions and answers. If we don't get to answer everything live, you are very welcome to email us afterward. So for all the students here, please remember it's completely normal to feel nervous or uncertain. But as you heard today, with the right support, right mindset, and willingness to step out of your comfort zone, this can be the most exciting or meaningful thing of your life. Thank you everyone for joining and take care. We hope to see you at HKBU. Bye bye.